Holy moly, that was an incredible episode. Crazy God Miri, you are not a goddess, you are a real witch. What have you done here? Side information, of course I mean everything positive and not negative here, yeah? Okay, let's talk about your thingies here. I mean, you are, for now and ever, my sexy McGonagall from Hogwarts has done it again. Maple Meadows has been enchanted once more. Thanks to her incredible building skills, with her magical talents, she has created something truly stunning. And is so unbelievably effective. The way she masters the tool with such precision and creativity is just fascinating. Every little detail feels perfectly placed, making this build not only beautiful, it is just brilliant designed. And if you want to witness real witchcraft in park building, you absolutely cannot miss the last episode from Maple Meadows. Watch it and let yourself be completely spellbound. And honestly, I don't even know how she does it. Is it talent? I'm sure. But I guess it is black magic. Or is it some secret Hogwarts spell that lets her manipulate the very fabric of this game? Because every time I think I've seen it all, she just takes it to another level. I mean, just look at the scale of this build. The proportions, the details, the way everything fits together. It's pure sorcery. I wouldn't be surprised if she secretly waved her wand at the screen and whispered, "Engotcha," to stretch the limits of what's possible in this game here with this tool. So, once again, Crazy Cat Miri. It is insane. Thank you for blessing this park with your witchcraft. I hope you brought enough flu powder, because after this, you might need to hurry back to Hogwarts before the Ministry of Magic finds out what kind of reality-banning spells you've been using here. And then I saw the guest area in the front of this massive Sorbet shelter, and I'm just blown away. Look! The beautiful flowers! Look to the flowers! The carefully designed shapes of the two mini enclosures here in the front. And everything is so incredibly detailed and well thought out. Wow! And those rocks! It's so clever here with the cave, how she used them to create the small caves here with the kind of dinosaurs can sleep. It looks so ultra realistic, also with the other items here, with the glass paints and so on. This is art, this is pure art, and wow, talent. Black magic. Yeah, I also love the guest areas with the small cafes here. They feel so cozy and inviting. I can totally imagine visitors relaxing here, enjoying a coffee and admiring the stunning Sorbet house. This is top tier park design. Thank you, Miri. I'm truly amazed by her work. This huge enclosure is nothing less than perfection, and it's definitely a major showstopper, so I can say it, in our park here. I also noticed that she changed the feeding stations here, and I really like the previous version too, but this new takes feels fresh and also well integrated, making the whole design even better. And now it's my turn to think about how I can expand our park. And we talk about it, and we both agreed in the next episodes we want to connect our enclosures and ideas and structures more closely. So she will probably finish the Asian area in the next episode, while I have already picked a spot where I want to continue. I think this is here such a good place here nearby the aviary. And yeah, as you can see, I've started extending the path and placing some cozy pergolas where guests can enjoy a beautiful view into this large open enclosure. And I think this is the perfect way to give visitors an amazing perspective of the area. And after that, time for brainstorming. I definitely want to add some smaller buildings here, because next to the huge area we need something with height to keep the park visually exciting. Am I also really tempted to build a botanical house? Yeah. And with these new class items, we know we have some new fantastic possibilities with these items and with the mod. And yeah, let's see what ideas come to mind, and then I see you again in just a few seconds, and bye bye. Okay, welcome back again. I've done my brainstorming and decided that I really want to use the new glass panels. They're reflecting light beautifully, especially when the day-night cycle is on. Yeah, what I can say again. So, I've planned to elevate this area a little and create small mini enclosures, almost like terrariums. And I also don't mind if the terrain in the back rises slightly as well. That way we'll get a nice perspective in both directions. And I love it when you walk along the path next to the aviary and can already see the next building behind it, and at the same time, when you look back from the higher elevation platform thing, you also get a beautiful view downwards. And yeah, elevation is so important in a park, and you don't need extreme height differences. Just small adjustments can already make a big impact. That's why it's always worth moving the camera around and checking different angles. And so, as you can see, I'll first use some of the large placeable objects here and try to create something unique out of them. I'm also really excited to start using the bamboo mod. I think this area in the back would be perfect for expanding the botanical garden theme, and I already have an idea for a large greenhouse. Now I switch over and show you the greenhouse and my ideas for using the glass panels and so on, and then you see the final result. Sorry. Now, then, welcome back again. So, a few days have passed and I think the final result looks pretty good. So, yeah, so I hope. And as you can see, I've placed the three terrariums, each with a small dinosaur inside. And I also decided to use different types of plants in each one, since the terrariums can actually function like a real terrarium, creating their own little climate. That's why I went with tropical plants inside them. And for the design I chose a different path layout because the terrariums are octagonal, and I thought it would be nice to have a contrast to the curvy organic paths that we've been using here in the rest of the park all the time. And this way guests can continue walking along the main path. And well, I just really wanted to build a big glass bridge here, look at there, and don't ask me why, I just felt like doing it. But before I show you the glass bridge, I first placed a small garden house here in this empty spot. And it's a cozy place where guests can relax, enjoy the sun, or do whatever people do in a huge theme park. And I really like the idea of adding this mansion style building, and from here guests can continue walking and either take the glass bridge or follow the paths around it. And also I already have an idea for what's coming next. I've actually told Crazy Cat Mary about it already, and this glass bridge is just a teaser for what I have planned in the future, but that's something we'll get into in an upcoming episode when it's my turn again. So, moving on to the botanical house. Since I was really impressed by the large area from Crazy Cat Mary, I wanted to create something similar. That's why the paths on both sides lead up to the huge botanical house, which I will take a closer look at in one moment. But first I'll show you the terrariums here, the area here a bit more. I wanted the guests to have multiple viewpoints from different angles so they can really experience the terrariums before heading to the next big highlight. And yeah, here at the top we have a huge plaza with several fountains, and I absolutely love fountains. They always make a place feel fresh and lively for me, and I didn't go too crazy with the decorations here. I kept it relatively simple and clean, and I just wanted the curvy path design also here to continue smoothly, guiding the visitors around the area before the paths merge again in front of the botanical house. And I'll show you that plaza at the end of this video. Well, yeah. But first, let's check out this massive building, and it's has a really nice, beautiful interior. The exterior design is actually quite simple. I just raised the aviary structure and positioned the glass panels around it to make it look like a real botanical house. And I really love the effect of the domes. And as a bonus, this allows me to add flying reptiles inside. Nothing too wild, just a small prehistoric Geolopterus, but I think they fit perfectly in a botanical house setting. And yeah, so let's move on. And now we are inside, and you can see I went for a tropical style, but I also add some variation. On the one corner we have more desert-like look, so with the plants, or on the other side we have more so temperate feel with some tempered trees and willows and a little bit of a fog effect. So it feels like a little more misty and swampy, and yeah, so a subtropical feeling. And I think this space is perfect for guests to explore, lose the track of time, and just enjoy the atmosphere. And I also show you the visitor's perspective soon, so we can take a little walk through the botanical house together and experience it from the point of view. And then, last but not least, we take a look to the main plaza. There we go. So I also felt it was really important to have an elevated walkway inside the botanical house, and guests can walk across these stairs here. Can walk around here on this platform, which adds a great perspective. And I love how it allows visitors to look down from above or be on the same level as the palm trees and so on. And it just makes the whole space feel more immersive. And guests also have the chance to see the prehistoric bats here, the Jaelopterus, flying around. And they land in different spots and trees and rocks, and I also have placed here a feeding station nearby where the visitors can get really close and observe them up close. And other than that, the people can just walk around, enjoy the atmosphere and let themselves be enchanted before heading into the next big attraction of the park. A big attraction area, I mean. That was the vision I had for this area here. So, and on the other side of the botanical house, I tried to create something special using different items and decorations. And I like to call this area the English Plaza. And I hope you can see the vision behind it, with the statues and fountains and an elevated view platform. And this space offers a beautiful view into the next section of the park. And yeah, I'm going to check with Crazy Cat Mary to see if I can continue building here with the idea I have in mind. But if she wants to extend this area herself, that's totally fine. I just find another spot to bring my idea to life. And anyway, I really hope you enjoyed the Botanical House and this episode and the expansion what I've done here and added to this part here of the park. And yeah, guys, girls and boys and so on, thank you for watching and for all the amazing feedback we've been receiving on this project. It really means a lot to both of us. And now I'm just excited as you are to see what Crazy Cat Mary has planned for the next episode. So stay tuned and stay inspired, and we see us also very soon in some weeks. And yo, ciao ciao.